for those of you who followed along with doublethink history at the time, when we got back from recording Seeing Red and had finished it and packaged it and started to sell it and send it off to labels and production companies and all these things, it didn't make a huge splash. I mean, it was successful. It got us some really good stuff, and it was obviously a ton of fun to record, and it made us into a much better, more professional band. All good things, but it definitely didn't put us on the map in any way. So our manager was like, you guys, we have an EP of songs that are now almost a year old, and they've gotten us some really cool opportunities, but we need more. We need something else. Now we've showed that we can do this. We need to show what we're going to do now. So we sat around as a group. We're like, well, where do we want to go? What is our next step? So universally, the band wanted to get darker. We thought that Seeing Red was good. It had some really great songs on it, but it was too happy. It had too much positivity to it. We wanted to. We felt that we were as band members and as individuals, we felt that we were in a little bit more of a darker place, and we felt that we wanted to emphasize that and be honest with our music and not play songs like Going Nowhere, and instead play songs that were a little bit heavier and darker. So I thought to myself, well, we already did that. Like back in the days when we wrote like Ghost Town and Paroxysm and Stale and Cellar Door and all those songs that ended up on that EP, we were very dark and very heavy. And but there was no problem. I was like, it's not like we can't do that ever again. It's just that we've already done that. So, but we tried anyway. So we wrote a handful of songs, and one of them ended up being this song, Shine On, which is on this Keep the Wolves at Bay collection. And our manager refused to let us do it ourselves. He said, you guys can't make the demo yourself. You have to go to a studio and do it. Because if you're going to make demos and I want to be able to shop them to people, I need them to sound better than what you can do in your home studio, which was not the same home studio that we recorded Creating the Creator in. We had moved to a different place that did not sound nearly as good as the one that we recorded Creating the Creator in. So we couldn't make those professional sounding demos anymore on our own. So we went to the studio with this guy, this producer named Andrew, and who had his own studio. But Andrew was primarily a jazz guy. A lot of jazz musicians were coming through his studio, and he was himself a jazz player, which we thought was cool because we were like, this guy's going to bring some different energy to the recordings, and it's going to be different. But we kind of had the same situation where we had with Feeler, where we got there, and Andrew, amazing guy, terrific musician, just really, really supportive and nice to us, but just didn't get it. We were telling him like, we're a rock band, crank it up. And he'd be like, oh, okay. And he'd turn it up to like 2. And be like, dude, like, we're a fucking rock band. Like, we're fucking slaying shit here. And he'd be like, so he just didn't get it. And it was a learning experience for all of us. So we recorded the demos. We spent a bunch of time on them and a bunch of money, and we hated them. We just couldn't stand them. We thought they were good songs that were just not executed well. And this song, Shine On, was the best of the bunch for absolute sure. But the rest of them we just couldn't handle. So it's interesting to hear this song, because just like with Feeler, all I hear is a band in transition. I hear a band that just finished recording, a poppy EP in California, and a band that's about to record some of the darkest, most devastatingly heavy music that they've ever done, and sort of this like in-between zone. So it's a really cool song to listen to in a collection like this, because it really does show you like the progression of the band from one point to the next. It's not like every band out there like records their album and then records their next album immediately after. There's tons of stuff that happens in between, and most bands are too shy or embarrassed even to give those songs to people and release them, because they're like, no, I don't want people knowing this shit. This is the transition shit. But I think it's really cool that this song is on here, because it does show like this is what we were like in the transition. That being said, it's a great song. The song is about my deep, passionate love for rock and roll. That's what the song is all about. It's just about being yourself and singing your song loud and proud, whether people like it or not, and just how I just fucking can't get enough rock music in my life. And I know that's kind of a sappy weird thing to write a song about, but plenty of people have written great songs about rock and roll, so I figured it was time for me to try and write my own, and that's what that song is about. Hey everyone, this is Scott from Doublethink. Is this one of your favorite songs? Leave a comment about it below. I hope you're enjoying these track-by-track videos for all the songs on the new collection of Doublethink music called Keep the Wolves at Bay. If you would like to get a copy of this retrospective album, please click the link in the description of this video to head to our Indiegogo page where you'll be able to reserve your copy. Hope to see you guys soon.